So in economics, there's something they call comparative advantage and absolute advantage. Let me explain to you like a primary one student so that you understand it. Now, Nigeria is a country that produces oil, right? For your information, if you don't know, America too has oil. So America can be a country that produces oil. However, this scenario, I want to use it to explain comparative advantage and absolute advantage, or the idea of advantage or whatever. Now, Nigeria has oil, United States have oil, Saudi Arabia has oil. Now let's take these three countries and let me use these three countries to create example for you. Now, if you are selling one barrel of crude, $100 in Nigeria, our crude is we have good oil, so it's not down. Now you will now get machine to dig out a barrel of crude. Now, if Nigeria is digging their crude, because Nigerian crude is not down, we have plenty oil. So it will cost Nigeria about $30 to dig out one barrel of oil. So if it costs Nigeria, because our oil is still down, but it's not down. So it will cost us $30 to dig out one barrel of crude. Now, if it costs you $30 to dig out one barrel and you sell it for $100, that's $70 gain. So it makes sense for Nigeria to go into oil business, right? Saudi Arabia, they have like the highest oil. So their own oil is on the surface. Before they dig like this, oil don't come outside. So it will cost Saudi Arabia about $2 to dig out one barrel of oil because their oil is excess. So before you dig, you have already seen oil. So it costs them $2. So for one barrel of oil, Saudi Arabia is digging, they are making $98. So it costs them just $2. America has oil too, but because they are not really, they don't have like their oil is down. It will cost America $150 to dig out one barrel of oil. So you see that now, if America wants to start producing oil, they'll be spending $150 to dig out $100. So they are losing $50 on every barrel of oil they dig. So now America will now say, look, it is costing us more to produce oil. So we will not produce oil. Let's go to Nigeria. It costs Nigeria $30 to produce one barrel. So instead of using $150 to dig out oil for ourselves, let's go and buy it $100 from Nigeria. Let's say the cost and everything, $10 per barrel. So you see that now, instead of wasting $150 on one barrel, they will now spend $110. So Nigeria has comparative and absolute advantage in producing oil. So America will just leave oil production for Nigeria. Now, America too has advantage in production of machines and technology. It is easy for them. They have a lot of brains. They have the Bill Gates, they have the Apple guy, they have a lot of Elon Musk. So it is cheaper for them to produce technology. It is cheaper for them to produce cars. It is cheaper for them to produce guns because they have the technicability, the brains to do it at cheaper rates. If you say Nigeria should produce motor, you want that wahala be that too. If you say Nigeria should produce iPhone, now wahala be that. Where we want start? This oil now we will get, it is easy. So we'll produce the oil, sell to America because them it is expensive for them to dig out their own oil. So they will buy oil from us, while we will buy technology for them. So you see that we have advantage. We'll stick to where we have the advantage. Where they have the advantage, they'll stick to where they have the advantage. Now, the point of this particular video, now that you understand comparative advantage and why a country should go into business that favors them. In UK, the land that you can grow things, that you can grow food, is like of the land. Like in UK now, you cannot grow fruits anywhere in UK. So which means UK does not have advantage when they want to like produce cash crops, maybe produce rice, maybe start mango production, start pawpaw production. They don't have advantage in that because their land is not suitable to grow things. Guess the country that have absolute advantage in growing things? Africa, Nigeria. In Nigeria, all our land can, for your backyard, if you plant tomato in your backyard, it will grow. In UK, you cannot plant things, and there are some places you plant, it will not grow because their weather is not for growing things. Now, who has advantage in production of agriculture? Africa, Nigeria, right? How come we are importing agricultural products if we have absolute advantage in agricultural production? How come we are importing rice if we have absolute advantage in production of? We are importing mango, we are importing orange. Have you gone to ShopRite? You see them imported from other countries. So we have advantage in agriculture. Yes, we are doing science and technology. We are studying banking and finance. We are studying this thing. Whereas people that have this advantage, they are not doing it and selling it at higher price for us. The reason why there's food shortage and everything is because we are neglecting where we have absolute advantage and focusing on where we have disadvantage. For example, an average secondary student in China can produce phone. Yes, go and Google, go and fast check it. An average secondary school student in China can produce phone. But Nigeria, no, you cannot produce phone. So because it is extremely cheap for Saudi Arabia to produce oil, so they can sell it the cheapest. As a matter of fact, Saudi Arabia can decide to sell their oil $50 per barrel. That is the idea behind OPEC, like to regulate the price so that some countries that don't have advantage will not be like sidelined because